Hi. Do you ever wonder why you don't feel creative? Or you're sitting in front of a blank piece of paper and you don't know what to write or you don't know what to draw, but you have this urge, like you want to create, but you just don't know what, and you're coming up blank? Anybody else feel that way? So the problem is, one, Mr. Judgerson is what I'm calling it today. And it just tells us that we're not good enough, or why try, or nothing that you're going to make is actually going to be any good. And I notice that this part of myself does come up quite often. I haven't been creating a lot recently in the form of like pen to paper. I can write quite fluidly. That's a practice that I do every day, but just creating some piece of art, I just sit there and just kind of stare at it. Yeah, so that really sucks. And another problem that we face is Miss Perfectionism. And I always hear her voice in my head. It sounds like me. That's going, that line's not right. That color's off. Why are you drawing that? That looks nothing like the image that you have in your head or the one that you want to replicate. Or even when I watch my videos back on YouTube, it goes, your editing is off. Like, you should record that whole thing all over again. It's pretty discouraging. It's like being your own bully at that point, right? And you're not motivating yourself. You're not supporting yourself. You're not creating this safe space. So how can we create when Miss Perfectionism is in our heads? Next is the fear. I find that this is the fear of the unknown for me, but it also could be the fear of success. It could be the fear of being seen. So those are also things that are holding us back sometimes from creating. So which one of them is chatting to you? Which one of them is speaking into your mind, right? I feel like a lot of the times whenever any of these three little friends show up, it blocks me. I can't create, I can't write, I can't think, I'm so judgy, and it's very discouraging. Whenever I do create something, I feel like I immediately want to crumple it up and throw it into the garbage can or hit delete. And I find that then I don't create anything at all. And the worst part is that it consistently happens and it kind of feeds that negative feedback loop. So for me to clear the path, I find that it helps so much to just not think, to do the thing, right? So I'm going to share a prompt that we'll do together. And if you are new here, my name is Jenny. I am a psychiatric nurse, an artist, and space holder. I believe in tapping into the creative courage that we have within ourselves, and that is acting to make a creative, that is the creative act despite fear. I'm going to leave that edit in there because I'm trying to be more authentic. I'm trying to be more real with myself and really honor those spaces. And creative courage also means honoring those spaces when we have those messy moments. Okay. So the awesome prompt here today is grabbing a pen and piece of paper and doing some creative flow. So I'm going to grab my little tiny art book that I have here, clip my mic. Sometimes I feel a little bit more safe when I'm holding on to it. It's a weird thing. But what I'm doing here is I find a blank piece of paper. So while I'm chitty-chatting, you can grab a pen and a piece of paper. It could be anything. I do have Post-its around all the time. But here we go. So on the count of three, we're just going to draw a line. 1, 2, 3. So this is the line that I ended up drawing. Right? And this immediately, like, tap into, what does this line feel like for you? Is there a thing that pops up immediately that helps you tap into that part of yourself? So the first thing that I noticed in my mind was, this feels like the seasons, like we're ebbing and flowing. So I'm just gonna go with it. I'm gonna draw, and feel free to like sketch, like be messy and sketch. Because when we're messy and we're sketching, we don't provide time and space or even any little capacity for the judge, the perfectionist, or the fear to come out. So the faster we move our hands, the easier it is for us to tap into our subconscious mind. And I love the fact that we can create together. And so the first thing I felt was ebbs, waves, and flows. Okay, so those were like the waves that I felt. Now, what else is it? I feel like this line, it needs a little bit more like substance. And what is it that in your picture, like what is it called to you? Like, let's make it messy. Let's make it scribbly art, right? That's the beautiful part of tapping into our creative courage, is that it doesn't make any sense. And it's totally real, and it's completely authentic, and it's exactly who you are and what you're feeling right now in this moment. Sometimes we're more meticulous, and sometimes we're not. But at the end of the day, we're all still artists if we can create a line. Right? We're tapping into that power of clearing that block, not listening to those voices, and paving the way, like getting unstuck is kind of like the feeling here. So let's do a couple more minutes. Any symbols that come to mind or patterns? I really like making dots. Dots is a pattern that I really enjoy. And I hope that you are drawing with me as well. And before I show you the big reveal, I just want to send out an invitation. If you want to do more creative prompts and sit with me, you feel the energy, like you want to create more, but you just don't know what, or you're feeling like a little lonely in your creative journey and you want to join a community, I have created a community group called the Collective Spark, and this is your invitation. I'm going to put the link in the comments. I hope that it is something that resonates with you, and maybe if it doesn't, you can share it with a friend. Hopefully I'll see you there. We do bi-weekly meetings. That's what we're starting now. It's free to enter for now until the doors close. So I'm just going to share my picture here. Drop in the comments, what did you create? How did it feel? And did this prompt resonate with you? Do you feel a little bit more unstuck? Are you able to give those little voices some names and just tell them, hang back, I gotta create right now?